Sound Off.
Rated T14.
Does young people even need a voice in this community? What can the community expect from this show?
I am my brother's keeper. We got to be responsible for each other.
It's okay to be different. Building stronger communities by helping the rest of our community really make it and achieve their dreams.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go!
Good morning, Horry and Georgetown counties, and welcome to Sound Off. I'm your host, Claudine Lance Schofield, and at Sound Off, we're heard weekly on your favorite radio station, and it is our goal to deal with topics that are relevant to our youth. We're sponsored weekly by Carolina Teen Health, and as always, I'm telling y'all, this is y'all are like the best young people in the universe. At this time, introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Aria Brantley, and I'm from Whittemore Park Middle School.
It's your girl Sierra Gathers from Conway High.
Good morning, guys. It's your girl Tanisha, HGTC all day.
How y'all doing? It is DeAndre Campbell, and I go to Early College High School.
Now, for the last couple of weeks, guys, would y'all agree that we had pretty serious shows? I mean, we wanted to lighten it up this morning, but we also want to do some celebration.
Yeah, buddy.
So, in observance of American Education Week, which is November 13th through the 19th, we are saluting educators. We're taking the time out to salute y'all. Come on, we're going to do custodians, we're going to do teachers, guidance counselors, career specialists, whomever. We're going to give honor to whom honor is due.
Boom.
And I know, Trey, during the break, you talked about your bus driver.
What? Yes, you did. Miss Pam. Love all day. Let's go.
You know what, Miss Pam, before we even get started, y'all, let's give it up for Miss Pam.
All right, Miss Pam.
Bus 22.
Bus 22, all the way to 65.
65.
All roads lead to 65.
All roads lead to, y'all better say that.
All roads lead to 65.
That's what
how
I'm
you
talking
get the
about.
missionary.
That's what I'm talking about. But that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to celebrate, and we're going to give some high honor to some people that are well deserving. With me now on the phone lines is a good friend of mine representing Brooklyn but residing in Bucksport, South Carolina. Good morning, Miss Vanessa Sherman.
Good morning, Ms. Schofield. How are you?
We're doing well. Hey, team, can y'all give some love to Miss Sherman?
Hey, Miss Sherman.
How you doing, girl?
You felt that love, Miss Sherman? Did you feel the love?
I did. I definitely felt the love, yes.
So, Ms. Sherman, what we're talking about this morning, we're really excited because we are celebrating educators. We're talking about, in observance of American Education Week, we're giving much love and props and honor to whom honor is due. Now, I know while you were in Brooklyn, you probably, I'm sure you were a good student, but it has to be someone in your life as you think back while you were in high school, middle school, or even elementary school, someone that was most influential in your life. You want to talk about that at this point in the conversation?
Yes, ma'am. That would have definitely been a teacher I had in 11th grade. His name was Dr. Green, and he was my English teacher. He was a great English teacher. He was a great inspiration to the students. He always inspired us. He was always, any stories we read, he was up in the chair and doing illustrations. So he made learning fun, and he actually let us know there are no boundaries and there's nothing we can't do. So that gave us a push to do the best that we could, not only in his class, but in all our classes. And I mean, when you have a teacher like that that's always pushing you and letting you know there are no boundaries, that is someone that you are going to remember. So shout out to Dr. Green from FDR High School in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. Yeah.
Okay, what's his name again?
Dr. Green.
Okay, guys, I want us to give some love and a big shout out to Dr. Green! Dr. Green, we celebrate you.
Not red, but green.
Not red, but green. That's what I'm talking about. Now, Ms. Sherman, at Sound Off,
yes, ma'am.
This is what we do. I mean, we can't allow you to leave without shouting out some of your favorite people in this world. So at this point, I want you to give some shout outs.
My shout-out would have to go to the staff at Conway High School, as well as my son, Joshua Sherman.
All right.
Wait, Miss Sherman. I gotta shout you out because during my senior year, I love coming to visit you in your office all the time, and you was the greatest chaperone on our grad night trip too.
Big shout out to Vanessa Sherman. We giving everybody love. We want to give love to bus drivers, custodial staff, cafeteria worker, teachers, counselors, whomever. We're giving honor to whom honor is due. Am I right, team?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Ms. Sherman, God bless you. We thank you for your time. You have a wonderful day in Bucksport.
Thank you.
God bless you, Ms. Schofield. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good job, Vanessa.
right.
All right, guys, while I was thinking about the fact that we will be celebrating educators, I ran across a quote, and this probably exemplifies the essence of who I am. So I want to read it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
It's all right.
All right,
it's
all right. The quote simply says, 100 years from now, it will not matter what kind of car I drove, what kind of house I lived in, how much money I had in the bank. But the world may be a better place because I made a difference in the life of a child. Come on, y'all. Come
That
on.
was fresh. That was fresh.
I like
And
that.
that's the way as an educator, that's the way I feel. Every day I strive to make a difference. But I'm not the only one. That's why we're doing the show. It's so many people out there that want to make a difference and that are making a difference. And so on that note, I'm going to my girl, Aria. Let's talk about that teacher or that educator that has made a difference in your life.
I think a lot of my teachers made a difference in my life, but I'll have to give a lot of props to Miss Miller, my third grade teacher.
Okay, y'all. Miss Miller. Miss Miller. We salute you, Miss Miller. Why Miss Miller? Let's talk about some of the things that she's done in terms of influencing you.
She made my learning better because she acted out, like she literally went and acted out all her lessons. It was really fun.
Wow, she made learning fun. Okay, that's necessary. What about you, Sierra?
I would like to acknowledge my middle school nurse and my mama for all she has done for me.
Wow, so that would be Nurse Shawnette Gathers. Y'all, let's
Miss
give it up. That's what I'm
Gathers.
talking about. Because you know what? That's part of the ingredient. That's an educator. I mean, I quiet on the set, y'all. We're going to the phone lines.
Hello.
What's up, Mr. Hardy? Can you hear me now?
Hey. Yes, I can hear you.
What we're talking about this morning is we're celebrating and we're saluting some of the best educators in the world. I know while you were in Ohio, you probably had some good experiences and maybe some not so good. But let's talk about that teacher that that had the most influence on you while you were in. Let's say that part again. Can I do that part again? Okay. Let's talk about that teacher that was most influential in your life.
Yeah, that teacher would be my elementary teacher, Mr. Mays.
Okay.
He was my English teacher, and actually, Mr. Mays was the one who used to come talk to me and keep me out of trouble, and told me I didn't want to go down that road. So he was the one that was had the biggest influence on my life.
Okay, and his name is Mr. Mays.
Yeah, Mr. Mays.
Okay, I want you to take a few minutes to just celebrate and say something nice to Mr. Mays and let him know how much you appreciate him.
I'll say thank you, Mr. Mays. You was a big influence on my life. You the one helped me go down the right path opposed to the wrong. So I want to just say thank you.
All right, y'all, let's give it up for Mr. Mays. Hey, Mr. Mays. And Mr. Hardy, you know how we do it. You got to give shout outs to some special people in your life right now. So take a few minutes and shout some people out.
I'd like to give a shout out to my mother, all my family back in Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio.
All right.
Okay, all right, we appreciate it. Listen, Mr. Hardy, you have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for calling in. Y'all, let's give it up for Mr. Hardy.
All right, Mr. Hardy.
Mr. Hardy.
And this week, we are talking about a really important subject, and we are excited because we are celebrating educators. And I'm telling you, I have probably one of the best educators in the universe on the phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is my good friend, Regina Treadwell.
Yes, it is. How are you both?
I am doing well. Representing Finkley, South Carolina, and Green Sea Flores High School. Y'all give it up. That's what I'm
What's up with them Trojans?
Y'all ain't know nothing about Finkley. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's real people down in Finkley, South Carolina. But Ms. Treadwell, what I want to ask you, I know that during the time you were in elementary, maybe high school or middle school, it was one teacher or one educator that really has influenced your life. And so I would like for you to take a few minutes and talk about that individual.
Yes, when I was in school, I had two older sisters, and so we went to a small school, and so the teachers kind of had a reputation built, and they kind of passed on their reputation to the younger siblings. And one of my favorite teachers was Miss Linda Anderson, and I met her my junior year in high school. And Miss Anderson had a reputation of being kind of hard and tough and hard to pass, but she was a teacher that kind of just helped cultivate me as a reader, and then she kind of pushed me to be a better writer, and that's when I started really loving the subject of English, because up to that point I really struggled with it. So Miss Anderson, she was my teacher that really put a lot in my life and helped me to be the educator I am today.
And what I want you to do right now, Ms. Treadwell, is take a few minutes and celebrate Miss Anderson.
Miss Linda Anderson. I believe Miss Anderson may be still teaching today, so she might be listening to the station this morning.
Good.
But if she is, if she's not, I want to tell her, Miss Anderson, I appreciate you for pushing me to be a better reader, for giving me a love for reading, and then helping me to know that I can read and I can become a great writer. So I want to tell her thank you for all the hard work you did when I was in your classroom.
All right, that's what
I'm saying.
I'm
Paid off.
Hey, Miss Regina. I was going to ask you, what made you become an educator?
I'm going to try not to laugh. I'll try to answer it as honest as I can. Initially, I did not want to teach. I wanted to be a journalist.
Wow.
I wanted to be a broadcaster. I wanted to do something where I was helping people and talking to people, but I wanted it to be just with English. So my first love was to be a journalist, but that didn't happen. So I kind of strayed away from the love of teaching. I kind of went a different path, several different paths actually. But when I started teaching, about the second or third year into teaching is really when I became really passionate about teaching, because I realized then that every child had a purpose, and, I could help fulfill that purpose. So I really, really love teaching now. But initially, like I said, that wasn't my first choice. So.
Okay. All right. So I'm sure you enjoy it now because you are an educator. I'm sure you do enjoy your job. Am I correct?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Today I went to, actually this week I was on a reading conference, just trying to learn some new things to bring back to my home, which I call my classroom my home. So I just came back this week and get some new things for my students to help them to develop. So I'm always looking for new ways to help the students that I have in my grasp to learn a little bit more, a little bit better.
So, Ms. Treadwell, you know what?
Yes, ma'am.
We, the Sound Off crew, we salute you as an educator as well.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you so much, Ms. Treadwell.
Thank you.
And listen, you know how we do. You cannot leave off the air before you got to give some shout-outs. Please shout out some people. Yeah, go ahead and give your shout-outs, girl.
My first shout-out is to Schofield calling me and put me on blast. My first shout-out is to Schofield. My family, and just to my students, if they're listening, I know they'll be looking to hear somebody saying their name, so I won't call names individually because I got about 100 of them, but all my students.
Well, what's your name? Please name your school. At least call the school.
My school is Ocean Bay Middle School.
Ocean Bay Middle.
That's right.
Stingrays.
Ocean Bay. That's what I'm talking about.
The Stingrays.
All right. We
That's
certainly
right.
appreciate that, Ms. Treadwell. You have a wonderful morning. And again, we thank you for calling in. Or we calling you.
I appreciate it.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Sound Off. We invite you to join this conversation. All you have to do is simply log on to www.wesoundoff.com and you can be a part of this discussion. Sound Off.
Rated T14.